initially.
Right.
And what happened was there were some requests. I started getting clients who really wanted vegan at that time, which was about 2.5 years ago. There were not many places. There was just Bellaria, and there was me, and I don't know if anybody else was specializing in vegan. And the general feedback was that if you have anything, not even vegan, but generally if you have vegetarian or eggless cakes, it's hard. It doesn't taste good. It's
not the same kind of
fluffiness. Yes, you just the same texture is not. That was the general belief. And but my clients, they came to me, I think particularly because one, they were animal lovers. They did not want, they made a conscious decision to not have dairy, which is why they came to me. So after that, the vegan circle sort of grew, and I would say that also gave me an opportunity to sort of experiment in terms of using different kinds of milk for a particular product, like say soy milk, like say almond milk and things like that. So, and it is, I mean, anything with a lot of sugar is not very healthy, but I think it is a little probably, can I say it's healthier? I don't know if I can. You're going to edit all that, right?
No, we're going to edit.
But I'm going to see that.
Yeah, sure.
And let's not do a Robert Vadra. So if I don't like it, cut it off.
No worries.
No worries.
Oh God, where was I?
You were talking about how you started
that also gave
experimenting
me,
with
that also gave me a chance to sort of understand the benefits of going vegan and the way vegan products were, even including organic flour, etc., etc. So, does that answer your question?
Okay. And logistically, what are the different requirements? Like, how difficult is it to purchase the ingredients?
See, initially it was a little difficult. Like, say for instance, well, I would say it was difficult only because our own awareness was so low,
right,
in terms of veganism as such, you know. So when I said I use almond milk, they're like, almond milk? See, coconut milk is popular because we live in this tropical region. But at the same time, people are so taken aback by the fact that how can you use coconut milk with chocolate, but it pairs beautifully. So all those things were additional experiments on my own menu, and it worked. So initially it was a little tough getting the texture right and catering to some of the vegan clients will also be so specific to actually want organic stuff only. So it got to a point where my client would actually come to my doorstep and drop off her box of organic wheat, and go, so that I make organic whole wheat vegan brownies for her with just that. So yeah, because it was difficult. I mean, the cost wouldn't justify for me, because vegan, the ratio between vegetarian and vegan as such, I would say, is only 5:1 even now. It was 5:1 back then, it's 5:1 even now, at least in terms of my business. So there's no point holding these organic products.
You only buy it on demand.
Yes, I only buy it on demand. So
right,
that works, and some of my clients have been very kind enough to bring their own ingredients and ask me to make it for them. So it's worked, I guess.
And how does the taste compare to normal dairy-based?
Sometimes it's actually just you cannot tell.
You can't tell.
You just cannot tell.
Oh, that's good.
And if you really scrutinize it, then maybe you can taste the coconut milk, but that also tastes wonderful.
Okay.
So yeah. But this is barring the use of margarine, barring the use of any of those other. See, the butter. What is the substitute for butter? Substitute for butter is margarine, and so yeah, we don't use any of those chemical stuff. So there is no the variety is probably less, but it is still there, and it is growing, and people cannot find the difference. They can't say that this is vegan and this is non-vegan.
So what are like the best-selling products here? among
We have
vegans?
a vegan mousse cake. It's called the Theobroma, so that's our bestseller. Additionally, also the our version of chocolate truffle. It's called Trufa Chocolat, so that's also in vegan. And we have a vegan banana walnut bread, which also sells well. And what else do we have in vegan? We have some cookies. So we have some cupcakes and things like that.
That's nice. So now the ratio of vegan clients to the vegetarian normal activists is still about 1:5.
I think so.
Okay.
Because there are people, even though people know about me, people do know that you get vegan products here. Either I feel it's probably the consciousness that they do not want to indulge in so much sugar and things like that. And because I find vegans to be a little extra cautious than vegetarians
Definitely.
themselves. So I would say, I would still say it's 1:5. I don't really see an increase in that, but it's just that even that 1:5, there is probably a spread, in the clientele. The clientele has widened.
Right.
But I would still say, from a sales point of view, it's still 5:1 for me.
But you definitely see this aspect of the business staying constant or at least growing.
Oh yeah. I do, because people are growing more and more aware. It's not just the vegans who want vegan products. I have a separate set of people, a handful mothers who come to me with lactose intolerant children. And that happens. See, again, I had somebody who came to me last year and sat across me and said, I want you to do a cake for my son without milk, without butter, without soy, without nuts. And then what else did she say? I think that's all. So that pretty much cancels out without white sugar. So that automatically cancels out butter. It cancels out soy. It cancels out almond milk. It cancels out cashew cream. So what do I do? And I was actually thinking, and I said, okay, I searched the internet and I referred my recipe books, and then I said, okay, and then we made a really stunning. This was for a lactose intolerant child of 1 year. First birthday. So the mother herself cannot eat any dairy because she has to feed the child. So I have people like that coming to me occasionally, again, because they really don't want to. I think parents are also becoming very aware these days. So we made a cake for that kid with it was a dairy-free cake, and it was a coconut milk chocolate frosting. And the mother was like, I'm eating cake after 2 years and I'm just glad to eat so much cake. So nothing happened to the child. So like that, we've had a few mothers come to us with lactose intolerant children. And another one, very interesting one, is twins, where one is lactose intolerant and the other one is wheat allergic. Now, how do you celebrate birthday for twins like that?
Separate?
No, same cake. So we had to come up with something and subtract this, add that, and so it's not just the vegans. My point is this. My point is not just vegans who come to me for vegan cakes. It's also mothers and people who are lactose intolerant, who have allergies, who have problems, digestion problems when they have dairy, who come to me. So it's not just the veganism, the animal lover, health conscious angle. It's also a very imposed angle where people do have ailments having dairy.
I think that's good.
That's good.